Motivated, I'm the truth. Going hard in the booth. All my dreams is coming true. If I can make it, you can too. Wasn't in a skipping school. Had to play by the rules. If you got dreams, don't be a fool. The process make it even cool. Gotta really pay attention. That right there is tunnel vision. Can't be falling, can't be slipping. This world full of competition.
What up, everybody? Know what I mean? Welcome to another episode of ISO versus the World. Know what I mean? Expansion team. This is week 5. Know what I mean? We apologize for not being able to do week 4, but schedule conflicts and all that. We wasn't able to do it. Like I told y'all, I can't guarantee that we're gonna do the show every week, but y'all saying y'all still want the show regardless, so we gonna try to do it if we can. Like I said, I can't guarantee that we're gonna be able to do the show every week. But y'all saying y'all still want it, so we gonna still keep trying to get it done for y'all. You know what I mean? I got my brother on the line right now, my brother Woods, that y'all was hollering and screaming that he ain't got no social media and y'all can't get in contact with him. He don't want y'all to get in contact with him. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So how's
Yeah,
everything going, bro?
everything's good. Everything's gravy, man. Just on here, lifing, life be lifing.
Right.
Just trying to get ready for this Phillies game today and see what they do for the
Yeah.
city.
Yeah, know what I mean? Yeah. Let me address that real quick, because I know as soon as some of y'all see this video, y'all gonna say, why y'all talking about football, but you got a Phillies hat on. That's because today is the first playoff game for the Phillies. And I'm showing support for the Phillies. You know what I'm saying? By the time y'all see this, it's gonna be Saturday. You know what I mean? Because I know first some of y'all gonna say, why you talking about football, but you got a Phillies hat on. That's why I had the Phillies hat on before y'all start saying that. You know what I mean? So yeah, so right now we gonna do the as always. Now I mean we gonna do, well, I don't know if you wanna, I don't know how much time you got now we on this phone. If you wanna talk about some other stuff before we get into the recaps and the picks for week 5. Cause I wanted to ask you about
Uh,
what you say?
Yeah, you can go ahead. You can ask me something before
Yeah,
we get into it.
yeah, because well, first, the whole of course everybody wants to talk about Colorado losing 2 straight games, but to me those are the games that people anticipated they was going to lose. So really, so them losing to USC, now I mean, didn't surprise nobody. Now I mean, I just want to know how you felt about that real quick.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, that didn't surprise me. It was a great game the way they fought and came back. But I just gotta give Caleb Williams his props. He really showed me that why everybody's saying he's gonna be a number 1 pick as far as quarterback next year. That boy got some skills. I mean, I really never watched no USC games like that because they out west late time. I mean, they come on like 10 o'clock at night and shit like that. So, but that boy can really play, man. But Dion, I mean, he already said before the year started he needs 7 or 8 more dogs. And he's talking about up on the line. And they had Travis Hunter, he ain't play. So, I mean, nobody's surprised. I mean, it is what it is. They fought hard and did what they did and tried to make a comeback. It was a good game, man. Deion said they would have got the ball again. They would have won. He had all the confidence in the world. I didn't really like his. He didn't have no tempo on that last drive they had. He like kind of took his time. Seemed like he was just. I don't really know. I don't want to say just trying to cover the spread, but
Hmm.
but he should have put some more hurry into it. You know what I mean? They didn't really. They kind of was going at a slow pace that last drive and they didn't get the onside kick and that was a wrap. But I mean, Dion is going to get that team turned around in 2 years, so I got no faith. I mean, got no doubt that he's going to turn that program all the way around.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I just wanted to ask you about that real quick because it really wasn't nothing else on my mind that I can remember from the actual week of football, the weekend of football, anything else I wanted to ask you about. Um, so it ain't not all right. Ain't nothing I can think about. Um, yeah, you might as well just go on into the recap then. Know what I mean? Know what I mean, just
Cool.
know what I mean, get the people what they want, man. So
Yeah, because I'm glad you didn't ask about the Taylor Swift shit, because I ain't want to talk about that shit. I mean, well,
yeah.
God
I
bless the
don't. Know what I
guy, you
mean?
know what I mean? But I don't care.
Yeah, know what I mean?
It was everywhere.
Yeah, man. That kind of like got on my nerves. I mean, I understand that she one of the biggest celebrities in the world or whatever, But now I mean, when everybody was used that all day long, I don't feel like hearing that all day long as the angle. Like you
Yeah.
talk to a bunch of sports fans, trying to talk about somebody that most sports fans don't care nothing about. You know what I mean? Not that people don't like her or whatever, but we here for football. You know what I'm saying? We not here for y'all talking about her on every show all the time. That's why I really don't even want to talk about. So I mean, gonna skip right past that. You know what I mean? I ain't even gonna talk about. We ain't gonna talk about that no more. So.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right, let's get into the recap then. This is for week 4. It started off on Thursday night. Detroit Lions at Green Bay. Detroit was 2.5 point favorites. The total was 44.5. Detroit won 34-20, so they covered the spread and the game went over. Uh, Detroit basically just dominated that game the whole game. The offensive line, defensive line just so their dominance over Green Bay, and Jordan Love just didn't come to play. I don't want to say all that, but I mean, he really didn't have no chance. He was making mistakes. Got a lot of pressure on him, and Detroit just dominated the whole game basically.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm expecting him to have games like that. You know what I'm saying? Cause the man ain't. I mean, everybody going to stumble. Now, you can see that he's a decent player, but he gonna have games like that. You know what I'm saying? Starting out, he gonna have games like that.
Uh-huh,
Now, I mean, some of the best of them had games like that. You know what I mean? Everybody wasn't.
uh-huh,
I mean, even the people that say they some of the greatest all time had terrible games. You know what I'm saying? Peyton Manning was like that his first season. You know what I mean? His first season. Now, I mean, didn't he like set the
uh-huh.
record for like interceptions or something like that? Peyton Manning, like his rookie
Yeah,
season,
yeah.
and he gonna be regarded as one of the best to ever do it. So yeah, so
Uh-huh.
okay, yeah. I ain't got too much to say about that game, know what I mean? So
All right, we gonna go next to the game in London. Atlanta Falcons, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville was 3.5 point favorites. The total was 42.5. No, Jacksonville won 23-7. After that game, a lot of people talking about the Atlanta quarterback situation. He didn't really show up the last 2 weeks. And you see hearing rumors about Atlanta to try to get Justin Fields and shit like that. But Atlanta just got no type of threat passing the ball. And that's why you always talk about Kyle Pitts. I mean, he's just getting wasted talent down there right now. I
mm-hmm,
don't know if it's a coach, I don't know if it's a quarterback, but it's just not explosive as far as passing. The
mm-hmm,
boy Bijan Robinson, he a problem guy, man.
mm-hmm.
He did his thing in that game. But Jacksonville just finally got out the snide, and I think they got a win and did what they had to do.
Okay. All right. Yeah, man. The whole London games, man, that be throwing me off because I wake up early and then that game is like already going on. You know what I'm saying? The time of them games be throwing me
Yeah.
off. I understand why they do it because of business and all that, but you know what I mean? Them games be throwing me off, man. Then they be throwing off your picks because you can't pick them people. When I go to pick fantasy, I can't pick them because like the time difference or whatever. So I guess like they don't even let you pick them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't even let you pick them because like the time difference and all that. But all right, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's all right. Yeah.
All right. We got Cincinnati at Tennessee. Cincinnati was 2.5 point favorites. The total was 41.5. Tennessee won 27-3. They won the game outright. The game went under the total. Uh, Tennessee just basically controlled the whole game. Joe Burrow still not looking right. Um, I mean, just a. I don't really know what to say. I mean, Joe Burrow he's just not looking right now, and Tennessee just won the game and just dominated on the line of scrimmage. Cincinnati better get their shit together because I think they're like 1-3 now. So
Mm.
it's a slow start for them.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on with Joe Shiesty, man. I don't know. He not looking like himself. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like I said, you know what I mean, in fantasy, I like to pick Jamar Chase. You know what I mean? I'm starting to kind of like not pick him. I mean, I don't think I picked him for fantasy last Sunday because I'm like, I don't really know what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
yeah.
know what's going on with him, but yeah, man, hopefully they get that together, man. I'm talking about fantasy terms because I like picking him and I like picking Jamar Chase. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm talking from. I ain't talking like I'm a Cincinnati fan or something like that, but you know,
Uh,
those are two guys I like to pick in fantasy. So, you know what I mean? Hopefully they get it together for the sake of me. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
All right.
We got Miami at Buffalo. Miami was minus 3-point favorites. Total was 52.5. Buffalo won the game 48-20. They put 50 on them. The game went over, obviously, and Buffalo obviously covered the spread. I mean, Miami off that big ass game they had the week before, scoring 70.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, just got their ass whooped. Buffalo just went in there and it was exciting the first half. It was like going back and forth. The
Mm-hmm.
second half, Buffalo just turned that shit up on them, and Miami had no answer.
Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Miami came back down to earth, man. That's all it was. They came back down to earth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I like Tua. You know what I'm saying? I like Tua, and
Mm-hmm.
Tyreek Hill is nice, but the other guy they got is nice too, right? What's his name? Waddle.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He's been struggling this year so far,
yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah. 'Cause I picked him a couple times in fantasy, and he didn't really do nothing for me. But they was, you know what I mean? But I picked Tua sometime in fantasy too. You know what I mean? So, I mean, they good for a few
Okay.
touchdowns and all that. But they came back down to earth that game. That's all that was. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
All right. Sorry. You got Pittsburgh at Houston. Pittsburgh was minus 3-point favorites. Total was 41. Houston won the game 30-6. They won the game outright, and the game went under the total. Houston just, I guess, starting off the year. Then Coach D'Amico Ryan's got them boys balling, and on the quarterback, he ain't turning the ball over. The defense is just playing out this world right now, and Pittsburgh is just struggling. So uh, Houston, I think, is 2-2, and Pittsburgh is 1-3 now. And I was kind of surprised. I'm sure I saw a lot of people pick Pittsburgh. Um, I ain't played this game, so I got no hard opinions about it. But I mean, Houston just they doing anything right now.
Hmm. Yeah, man. Shout out to
Yeah.
D'Amico Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Having some success down there. I mean, maybe he'll be the one
Mm-hmm.
to get that to turn that franchise into an elite franchise or whatever. And I'm saying a Super Bowl contender or something like that. So shout out to him.
Right, right. I got a question, real fans. We got two black coaches right there in that game, Talman and Brian. Is you know that coach of Miami, Coach McDaniel? You know he half black.
He's half black, is he?
Yeah, yeah. I never knew that. Yeah. Every
Okay.
time you talk about minority coaches, they'll never throw his name up in there.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know why they don't. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I
You
don't know.
can't tell though. Looking at him, he don't look. And like I wouldn't have been able to tell just by looking at him. But I
Yeah,
was
I mean,
watching pregame shows, and he said he had black.
oh, okay. Okay. No, I mean, I thought he was like Spanish or something like that. But all right.
Oh, okay.
All right, that's what's up, man. Know what I mean, the more the merrier.
Right, right, right. I mean, I'm going on, just going to the left right now, but I mean, that just surprised you when I didn't hear about that.
Mm-hmm.
Because, we need more black coaches, black owners, and I mean, I just never hear his name mentioned as a black coach. All right, but anyway, next we got Washington Commanders. They played the Eagles. Philadelphia is minus 8.5-point favorites, total 43.5. Eagles won 34-31. So Washington covered the spread but lost, and the game went over the total. Division game, so obviously they usually are tough games, high scoring games. Hurts and AJ Brown went off. I mean, it's a good game. Sam Howell came back off that last week where he had a fucked up game and he balled out against the Eagles. It's a division game, man. You expect them things to be close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, all right, we won by the field goal. So that means the Commanders covered because it was a closer game than
Mhm.
8. Because they was expected
Mhm.
to lose by at least 8, right? And they didn't. They lost by what, 3?
Yeah.
So okay, so that means
Mhm.
Washington covered. So so
Yep.
that so that means if you bet the Eagles with the -8, that means you lost.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Unless I mean we never talk about it, but it's we got the spread, and then if you just want to pick a team to win a game without the points or nothing like that, you just picking on the win.
Mm-hmm.
It's called money line. You would
Right.
go pick and say you want that team money line.
Okay.
But the Eagles, that being at 8.5 point favorites, it says they was minus 480 if you pick them on the money line. So basically, what that mean is you have to bet $480 just to win 100. So when they that high of a points or a point of favorites, like picking a money line, you ain't gonna win no money off of that shit. You gotta bet $480 just to win 100.
Yeah.
You gotta
Okay.
bet
Okay.
$48 just to win 10. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. So that's when they tell you that what they call it? What you said? You said 480, right?
We have minus 480. If there's a
Okay.
minus,
Yeah.
that
Minus
means
480
you
is
gotta
mean you
bet
got to
that much
bet
to win
that
100.
to win to. Okay. Okay. All right, I
To
got
win
it.
a
I got
100.
it. I got it. I got. Yeah. I just wanted you to explain that to people because you had explained that to me before because a lot of people don't understand what them numbers be meaning. Like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
480 mean you got to bet $480. For every $480, if they win, you get $100. That don't mean you
Yeah.
double your money. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't understand that. No, that's for like every $100, or like you go multiples of 10. Like you said, for four. You know what I mean? If you bet for $48 to win $10, so you would win
Yeah.
$58. You would get your $48 back and $10 on top of it. So
Mm-hmm.
when they say 480, that means you got to bet $480, and if you win, you get $100 extra. So altogether, you're gonna get 580. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
yeah. I just wanted you to break that down so people can start understanding what these numbers mean. A lot of people hear the numbers
And
and they don't have no idea what they mean. So
they got a plus in front of it. Like the Washington, they was plus 360 money line. So basically, it's flipped the other way. So you bet 100, you're
right,
gonna win $360.
right,
So I
yeah,
mean, we're always looking for the pluses out there, but it's just gonna be harder to win them
yeah. It's
joints
gonna
because
be
they
harder to
hard,
win
hard to
that.
win.
Yeah. That's why you win more because it's harder to win. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to explain. I
Yeah,
just wanted you to explain that for the people. All right. Yeah,
got
we
you.
could. Yeah, we could move on, man. Now, I mean, like I said, man, tough win. Now, I mean, division. Know what I mean? I mean, we ain't so I kind of expected it to be close just because it's the division. You know what I mean? For
Hmm.
some reason, division is just always like that in football. It's always gonna be like that in football. It don't matter. Know what I mean? You could play that team. Know what I mean? Washington could have got blown out the week before or something like that. Then come play us and play us close. It's just always like that. Know what I mean? It's just always like that.
Hmm.
Know what I mean? The division's always gonna be close. For some reason, that's just how football is. Division just always gonna be close.
So what was the headline after that one? You had
Uh,
the Buck stop pair, and now it's this.
hey, man, just enjoy the win. Like Andy Reid say, listen, I'm just enjoying the win. You know what I mean? Ain't
All
nothing to,
right.
ain't nothing to brag about. Like I said, division opponent. Know what I mean? The game was tough. Know what I mean? But we pulled it out. Know what I mean? Ain't nothing to brag about. Man, listen, man, we get out of there with the win. Know what I mean? You ain't gonna win pretty all the time. Know what I mean? So it was the win. We got the win. We just gonna enjoy the win. It's a W. I'll take it.
I hear that. All right. We got LA Rams at Indianapolis Colts. The Rams is minus 1.5 point favorites. The total was 44.5. The Rams won 29-23, so they covered the spread and the game went over. I think they was up by like 20 points in the first half, and then the Colts came back on time things up, pushed it to overtime. Uh, I mean, that boy Richardson, the Colts, I gotta give them credit. They play hard, harder than what I thought they would for that new coach they got from the Eagles. So I mean, they keep it things interesting. They play each team tough for the most part. And the Rams, they surprised me too. I didn't think they'll be winning games without Cooper Cup, but they got that rookie receiver. I can't pronounce his name. Like they got some young boy. He's like basically took over Cooper Cup's spot while he going. Got like these rookie records for catches, receptions, and reception yards, like the first 4 games or some shit like that. But they doing their thing, man. They doing their thing.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
All right. Next we got the bum ass game of the week. Denver Broncos at Chicago Bears.
Yeah, that was crazy. Make that the game of the
Denver,
week. That was wild. That was wild. Like,
corny ass teams, right? Denver was minus 3-point favorites. Total was 46.5. Denver won 31-28. So they was minus 3-point favorites. So they pushed. So basically, if you would have bet on Denver, you would have got your money back. If you would have bet on Chicago, you would have got your money back. So the total was 46.5. The game went over that. And it was just a nasty game. Chicago came out busting their ass, and then Denver came back on them, and they won the game. They were down by like 20-something points. They came back on them. Both these teams ass, and just a corny ass game. I mean, it's a good game, but just a corny ass team. You know?
Yeah, man. Chicago, man, they got a decent quarterback on their hands. Hopefully they can build around him. You know what I'm saying? Before he start getting like frustrated or something like that, and then everything just start getting dysfunctional. You know what I mean? Because it's only gonna be a matter of time before he start. You know what I'm saying? Getting frustrated, like, yo, I may not. The NFL stand for not for long, so I may not know how much long I got to play in this. You know what I mean? Why I feel like I'm just completely wasting. You know. You know what I mean? My years, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what might happen. He might end up having to sit there, and then they just be terrible. You know what I'm saying? But they said they got a lot of picks, though. They say he got a lot of picks. So I
Yeah.
don't know. So I don't know if they're gonna start trading them to get more picks. You know what I'm saying? Going that route to get more picks or something like that. But you never know. So
Uh,
yeah.
I think he's gonna be out of there. They got the Carolina pick next year. You know, Carolina ain't win yet. They ain't win yet. I think they're just going to trade Fields and draft Williams, and
yeah,
who
yeah,
knows, it might get Marvin Harrison Jr. too. So
yeah.
I
Now
think
I
he's
mean,
going.
if they get them. Now, if they get them, they might score a couple touchdowns, but they probably still be in purgatory. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's Chicago for you.
You
They
know what I
just can't
mean?
get shit right over there.
You know what I mean? Still be in
All right,
purgatory, man. Yeah, yeah. We keep it moving though.
we got Baltimore and Cleveland. Baltimore was minus 1.5-point favorites. Total was 38.5. Baltimore won 28-3. Covered the spread. The game went under. Deshaun Watson ain't played this game. Nick Chubb is out for the year, so no type of offense for Cleveland. And Baltimore just dominated that game.
Yeah, man. I ain't really got too much to say about that. Now, I mean, that's as expected. Now, I mean, they expected that to happen because, like you said, Deshaun Watson didn't play. Know what I mean? Nick Chubb is out, and they got to try to figure it out now. You know what I'm saying? Now, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully Deshaun Watson come back. You know what I mean? But I knew he wasn't gonna play. They said he ain't practiced all week, so he wasn't playing. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Which let me say this: I ain't going to say no particular companies and all that. You know what I mean? Do fantasy and all that, but some of y'all gotta get. I know y'all they try to get a little bit. They gotta get a little bit better with the information. You got people picking people, and then they end up being out after you pick them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta be a little bit quicker with the information because y'all got people available, and then a person don't even
Mm-hmm.
play. You know what I'm saying? What was this information
Mm.
that somebody was gonna play? I forgot what player it was that ended up not even playing. But I'm like, why y'all letting everybody pick? Like, why is he available to pick if he's supposed to be out? Why he even up there available to be picked then? You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
people they gotta get a little bit quicker than that. You know what I mean? Some of these companies gotta get a little bit more quicker than that, man. No, I mean, I'm just gonna say that. I ain't gonna say no particular name, no companies
Well,
or
they,
nothing
they
like that.
probably they probably doing it on purpose though. You know what I mean? They went on to pick them and not win. I mean,
You know what I'm saying? But then
well, with that, I'm sorry, to cut you off, but
no,
with
go ahead.
that is basically it doesn't matter because they still got to pay somebody to win, right? It's like your best out of whoever, like how that work? Like it's the best out of like 100 people, 100, like whatever category you pick. Like you just playing against a group of other people.
Yeah,
Like you're
yeah,
not
yeah,
betting
yeah.
against the casino, right?
No. No, that right there is you just seeing who get the top score. Now I mean the fantasy points. Like you may go on a joint that got 20,000 people in there. You know what I'm saying? 20,000 people. So you pick your team, you going up against the other. Know what I mean? 19, 9, 9,
Yeah,
9, 9, 9. You see what I'm saying? But
yeah.
you going
So
like
what I
that.
said probably don't mean nothing because the casino not winning off of that. They still got to pay somebody anyway.
I
So
mean, but the
you
company.
right. They just got to get their shit together.
But the company is basically the casino. But my thing is, you winning way more than you paying out because you might be in the top. It might be the top maybe 500 people, but 20,000 people done threw their money in. So 20,000 people done gave you $5. You see what I'm saying? And that's just this contest. You got a whole row. You got a whole row of contests that you can join, and everybody, thousands of people paying their money. Even if some of them Jones is $1, some of them Jones is $5, but you keeping the majority of the money. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like it's kind of like the casino. I understand that. I understand that's business. I just don't like the whole thing that you pick somebody and this thing know they out. Like at least put up there to warn people that this person may be questionable. Now I mean I know some companies do that. That okay, it's questionable whether that person gonna play or not. So we don't 100% know. So you picking this person at your own risk. But my thing is sometimes that joint be picking a person and don't even say that, and they say no, they out. You know what I'm saying? Now when they rule out like after you already picked them, I'm like, yo, what is going on? I mean, but you know.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah, but you know that's just the way it is, man. But all right, we can move on, man.
Right.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that.
All right, we got Minnesota and Carolina. Minnesota was minus 4.5 point favorites. The total was 46.5. Minnesota won the game 21-13. They covered the spread and the game went under. Looked like Carolina was going to win at one point, but Bryce Young had a fumble or some shit, and Minnesota picked that shit up and scored. So I don't even know if that's Minnesota's first win or not, but I think it is. But anyway, I mean, it was a really good game. Carolina not looking good right now offensively. The defense is nice, but I mean, they got a young bull, so it's expected.
Yeah, they're just like another team that's in purgatory, man. You know what I mean? They ain't horrible, but they ain't. You know what I'm saying? They not.
Yeah.
They're not great, but they not horrible. You know what I mean? They just another team in purgatory, man. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
All right. Tampa Bay and New Orleans. New Orleans was minus 4.5 point favorites. The total was 40.5. Tampa Bay won the game 26-9. So obviously they was underdogs. They won the game outright, and the game went under. The defense just basically shut down Derek Carr. He ain't look the same. I don't know if his shoulder's still fucked up or not. I mean, obviously it must be fucked up. But I mean, they didn't do shit. Then Baker Mayfield bounced back from that loss from the Eagles, and they just controlled the whole game basically.
All right. Yeah. So. Yeah, man. I mean, the Eagles got the win against them, so I ain't really got too much to say about. You know what I mean? Listen, all I knew is the buck stops here. You know what I mean?
Right. I hear you.
That's all I was worried
I
about.
hear you, bro.
All right.
All right, we got the Vegas Raiders at the Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers minus 6.5 point favorites. Total was 49.5. Chargers won 24-17, so they covered a 6.5 spread, and the game went under. Basically, the coach of the Chargers trying to give the Raiders a game once. I mean, he always fucking up at the end. He went for it on fourth down and shit. They lost. I mean, they ain't make it. And then the Raiders basically had a chance to come back and tie that shit up. But Asante Samuel Jr. picked it off, looked like his papa. He really said took it to the crib, but he just took a knee or whatever. But, I mean, that coach for the Chargers, I mean, he got to get fired because it's the second week in a row where he fucked up the end of the game strategy and the defense had to pick it up for him. So, I mean, everybody was bitching about the previous coach that they had, the Black Boy Len. And this ball is just as, I mean, he's worse. I mean, it's just, he got to get out of there. But the Chargers won a game despite of him, and I think they 2-2 now.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
All right. Next we got New England Patriots. They went down to Dallas. Dallas was minus 5.5 point favorites. The total was 43.5. Dallas won the game 38-3. Just basically dominate them. Mac Jones looked like shit. I mean, not too much to say. I mean, the score speaks for itself.
Yeah, man. My thing is this. You know what I mean? Now, how long is it before the owners say we might have to part ways with Bill Belichick? You know what I'm saying? And
I
just,
know, right?
know what I mean? And just total rebuild. Now the man helped create a dynasty, But let's be for real. That's over with. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Unless he can somehow, some way get his hands on, I don't think another. I ain't gonna say you gotta be as good as Tom Brady, but it gotta be somebody that they can get in the later round or something like that, or finagle something the way to get a decent quarterback that's gonna come in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And be at least you need it to me you need at least a Matthew Stafford type level quarterback. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because I don't think you're gonna get the best because ain't nobody going because how you gonna trade to get him? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Because they might end up being terrible this year, but that still ain't gonna be enough. You ain't gonna get the boy Caleb Williams or whatever. Now I mean you're not gonna get
Mm-hmm.
him. You know what I'm saying? So how long is it before they just sit in the purgatory before Robert Kraft is like, man, maybe this is over. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do what I gotta do. We might just complete rebuild. You know what I mean? New coach and try to just
Yeah.
rebuild a whole. You know what I'm saying? And try to just rebuild the whole team up. You know what I mean? Because you might just
Mm-hmm.
be terrible for a few years to just complete rebuild, and it might be time for Bill Belichick to just to hang it up. You know what I mean? I know that's probably like a hard.
Yeah.
That might be a hard decision for him. He might be sitting around thinking like, all right, we just without Tom Brady, we really in purgatory. We ain't even in purgatory no more. We really going down. Before we were just all right. Then that's when they grab Cam Newton. You know what I'm saying? So they can
Uh-huh.
try to stay afloat. But right now, dog, it ain't going. It ain't. Listen, it's not. The Patriot way ain't gonna work. The Patriot way right now that showed you the Patriot way was all right. We can go no frills and we ain't gotta have the best receivers and all that because you got the best quarterback ever. That showed you that what Tom Brady really bought. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
His level, know what I mean? He was on like some LeBron shit. Like, okay, he's that good that you don't gotta spend a gang of money trying to get everybody else on every position. You don't have to do that with him. Now I mean, now you don't have
Mm-hmm.
that, and you saying that no, everybody can't be average. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to win when everybody is average or below. You know what I'm saying? How you was able to get
Yeah.
away with that before, where you could have some dudes that was just average, or some dudes that might have been below average because time gonna win the game for us. So now you don't have that. Now I'm saying you
Uh-huh.
don't. Now I mean you don't have that in the show. You can tell he know football. You can tell by some of the stuff that he do in the game and all that. He know, but if you ain't got the players to execute, you can know all day. You know what I'm saying? Now I mean you can
Right.
know what
Uh-huh.
play though. You can know each scenario, each play, whatever. But if you don't got the players to execute that, now I mean, is it gonna matter how great of a not I mean good of a coaching mind you are? Well, you know exactly what to do, put everybody in the position they need to be put in, but the person may not just be good enough. Now I mean, that's not me trying to
Yeah.
rag on the players, but man, it's NFL football, man. You know what I mean? You could tell the man know what he doing. He just can't execute it with the team he got. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that.
You better go back and cheating ways and find a little loophole in the rules and some shit like that. Back in the day, you always trust the rule book. You know what I mean? Always find some little sneaky way to do shit. But I think he's just trying to break that coaching record. Steeler, the head coaching wins or something like that. I don't know how many away from it, but I think he's gonna stick around for another 1 or 2 years. At this rate, it's like he's never gonna get that shit the way they not winning this year.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I
and
think
I think the owner trying to let him get there though.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's what he's shooting for. I think he know he ain't gonna win another Super Bowl again. But I think he
Hmm.
do want that record. Know what I mean, I think he do want that wins record. Now I mean, he probably already in his
Yeah.
mind like I'm probably never gonna win the Super Bowl again. I know that. I'll be out of here before I win another
Hmm.
Super Bowl. But I can at least, you know what I'm saying, get that record. Now I mean, I'm close to that record. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think you're right. I think that's what he's shooting for. I think he already accepted the fact that he probably ain't got a chance to win another Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So,
All
all right.
right. Let's go on. And next last 3 games of the week, we had Arizona at San Fran. San Fran was minus 14.5 point favorites. The total was 43.5. San Fran won 35-16. They covered a 14.5 point spread. The game went over. And Arizona finally didn't cover a spread. They was like 4-0 or 3-0 against the spread all year. They finally lost the game to the spread, but they still fought hard. The game was kind of close, and but San Fran broke away at the end, and they undefeated, still undefeated, and Arizona's 1-3 now.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Shout out to Christian McCaffrey, you know what I'm saying? Now I mean I had picked
See,
him, now
Matt.
I mean doing the for fantasy, you know what I'm saying? He helped me win a couple dollars, you know what I mean? I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Him coming through big, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I think he had like
That's what's
45. I
up.
think he had like 45 fantasy points or something like that. Yeah, that kind of got me over the hump. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, won me a couple of dollars,
Okay.
so I appreciate that. You know what I mean, that's all I want to say about that. You know what I mean? I appreciate that.
It's always good to help put money in your pockets. I understand that.
Right.
All right. Next, we got the Sunday night game was Kansas City at New York Jets. Kansas City was minus 7.5 point favorites. Total was 41.5. Kansas City won 23-20. Jets covered the spread, but the game went over the total. Uh, I guess a closer game than some people might have thought. I know a lot of people thought Kansas City would blow the doors off them, but it's the Jets defense stepped it up, turned Patty Mahomes over 2 times,
Mm-hmm.
2 interceptions. Just a closer game than what they thought. Kansas City eventually won and show why they still an elite threat
Mm-hmm.
in this NFL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that game was closer than you thought it would be. But yeah, man, Patty needs some receivers, don't he? Know what I
Yeah,
mean?
definitely do.
Know what I mean? Do we need some
Definitely
receivers? You
do.
know what I'm saying? Because they won a game, but it's looking like I don't know. Man, you know, I couldn't even name off the top of my head one of the receivers that he threw to. I honestly, off the top of my head, I could not. Now I mean, that's not no diss to them, but that's just being honest. I could not even
Mm,
like off the top of my head right now if I had to. Now I mean, name a receiver. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, a win is a win, man. So all right.
yeah. I mean, that's going to be their downfall, I think, this year. I don't think they're going to be able to win it all without no elite level receiver. But,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who knows, man? Who knows? He did last year, but I think it's going to bite him in the ass again this year. But next, we got the last game, Monday night. It was Seattle and New York Giants. Seattle was 2.5 point favorites. The total was 46.5. Seattle won the game 24-3, covered the spread. The
Mm-hmm.
game went under. Daniel Jones just looked horrible. He had no protection. He missed 3 offensive linemen, and just ain't really stand a chance. So Seattle easily won the game, and they kept it under the total. A low scoring game.
Mm.
I mean, nothing in here to really talk about.
Yeah. That wasn't nothing special. You know what I mean? I mean the game. I mean for me, you know what I mean, it was cool because somebody in the division lost, so I'm thankful for that. You know what I mean? Somebody in the Eagles division lost,
Mm-hmm.
so you know what I mean that's that
Mm-hmm.
that's that's always good for that's always good to hear. So yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, man, let me say this before we continue. Man, things it's starting to
Mm-hmm.
look like Baltimore. Baltimore is really going to might come out of the AFC. Things is like starting to shape up like to like a lot of people predicted Baltimore to be like go to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean I know it's still early in the season, but the way things is looking like they might be it. You know what I mean?
Oh, so we both, me and you picked another Super Bowl.
You know what I'm saying?
But
So
I don't. What did you see with the offense though? I'm kind of skeptical right now. They still look the same as they used to, not being explosive. As I mean, I
hmm
know they don't got back on and they got missing injuries and they got some injuries with the receivers. But right now, I will pick Buffalo or um, Miami. I think those two teams could still might have a chance to beat Baltimore. If
hmm
I'm honest, the way it up right now.
yeah, now
Baltimore, they just win though. You're right, they just win games though.
yeah, yeah, man, I be feeling I be feeling bad for Odell, man, because not to say feel bad for him like you feel sorry for him. I'm pretty sure the man, you know what I mean, has a great life and all that, but for you probably thought about going to the NFL your whole life, and then once you get here, that's when you start getting injured. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The
Yeah,
cut, to just keep getting, you know what I'm saying? Keep something happening. You know what I mean? Setback, you know what I mean? You try to get back, then it's a setback. You know what I mean? So I always kind
yeah,
of like felt bad about that for him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you probably, you know what I mean? You trying to, you actually, you actually get your dream was to play in the NFL. Then once you get
hmm,
here, that's when you get plagued by injuries. You know what I'm saying? That might take a toll on people mentally and emotionally. You know what I'm saying? So I always hated that for him. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I kind of like hate that for him because I'm pretty sure he probably be messed up about that. He probably think like, I'm a blessed man. I have a good. I mean, I might have a good life, but always wanted to get to the NFL. Then as soon as I get to the NFL, now, you know what I mean? Every every time you
hmm,
look up, I keep getting. You know what I mean? Same thing, stuff keep happening. You know what I'm saying? So I always kind of like
yeah,
felt bad about that. You know what I'm saying? When it came to him. Now, especially somebody that was that nice. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you know what I mean? Yo, man,
hmm,
far as wide receivers, man, he one of the best I ever seen, man. Now, I mean, he got
yeah, yeah,
the hand-eye coordination that you gotta have to be able to catch it with one hand like that all the time. You know the hand-eye coordination
hmm,
you gotta have for that. That's like
yeah,
unreal.
yeah,
Now I mean, man. He's like unreal talent, but he's just always plagued by injuries. Now I mean, he remind me kind of like how Derrick Rose is. You know what I'm saying?
oh man,
Where like you be
yeah,
feeling bad, like damn. Now I mean, like yo, he nice, but then you finally turn pro, and then that's when you start getting injured. Like now I mean that might take a
yeah,
mental and emotional toll on you. Like now this is happening. You know what I'm saying? Even though they might be grateful for the
hmm,
fact that they even made it pro, but that gotta be in the back of your mind. Like I probably never been injured my whole life. Then as soon as I get to where I want to go, then now the problems start. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I just always thought about that. So yeah.
that that's how you feel about Zion, or you think Zion got some other issues with him? I
Um,
mean, but Zion always injured.
I mean, to me, because I mean Zion is cool, but he wasn't like to me. I never really cared too much to watch him. I seen the highlights, you know what I'm saying? Him like when he was in high school and stuff like that. You know what I mean on the internet and stuff like that. But it wasn't the same as like when I watched Derrick Rose. Like Derrick Rose, like I used to like to watch him. You know what I'm saying play. You know what I'm saying? He was like really
Hmm,
really fun to watch play. And then like he just started getting
I
hurt.
got
Then
you.
then 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 when Odell got in the league and you see him doing the catches, even though he started out playing for the Giants, and, I don't want to see the Giants win. He was like fun to watch. You know what I mean? Then when you seen the highlights of how I'm catching the ball with one hand and some of the routes he was running, it was dope. But that just
Hmm,
made. Then he started getting hurt. That kind of like made me feel bad. Like damn, that gotta mess with your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, I finally get here. You know what I'm saying? How many people probably want to get there and they're not gonna get there? And I want a few people that actually make it. And then, but once I make it, this is what I'm going through. You see what I'm saying? But I know people gonna be
yeah,
like, "Oh, I ain't feeling bad for no pro athlete." You know what I mean? They making money and all this and that. So I understand. I understand how some people may feel. I mean, listening to me say this, like I ain't feeling bad for no pro athlete. I ain't make it. I understand that, but I'm just saying like
so
from
how you
from
make it?
you know what I'm saying? Because I know that that's how some people gonna be thinking. Yo, I ain't. I mean, I ain't me, so I ain't feeling bad for nobody. He made it. Oh yeah, I understand that, but I'm just talking about from like the whole standpoint of like, okay, how somebody might feel like, okay, I'm actually one of the people that's good enough to make it here. Then once I got here, you know what I mean? Did now this is happening to
Mhm.
me. You know what I'm saying? So so I, so
Yeah,
so 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 that's all I was saying. I mean, we can move on. That's all. I just wanted to say that. That's all I was saying.
all right,
So this is the
all right.
we going into week
New
5.
week.
Now I mean this is the week 5. The lines or the predictions and all that. Now I mean this is for week 5 now.
Yes, sir. And week five starts off with Thursday night football. Of course, Chicago Bears at Washington Commanders.
Jesus.
Washington Commanders is a minus 5.5 point favorites. The total is 44.5. I believe these two teams played last year. I think Justin Fields kind of ran all up and down on Washington. Um, I think Washington going to win the game, but I really can't call it on the spread. These Thursday nights is kind of sometimes can be tricky. I usually don't like betting away teams on Thursday night. I like betting home teams because they home. You know, it's the away team got to travel in a short week and all that shit. But basically, I have no opinion. I just think Washington's going to win.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. You know what I mean? Cool. Yeah. I mean, I hope they lose because they're in the Eagles division. So I would like Chicago to win. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say about that. I hope Chicago win because
Mm-hmm.
I need Washington to lose. A loss for division. Anybody in the Eagles division is good for us. So, you know what I mean? Hopefully Chicago pulls that out. They ain't got nothing to do with no money line, no lines, and none of that stuff. That's just me
Mm-hmm.
saying that. You know what I'm saying? I hope Chicago beat them
Correct.
because the Commanders are in Eagles division and we need them to lose. I mean, a loss for them is a win for
Mm-hmm.
us. So,
I understand that. I understand that. Uh, Next we got Jacksonville at Buffalo. I know, no. I'm sorry. It's Jacksonville playing Buffalo, but this game is in London. So Jacksonville, they said that they want to move to London so bad they'll take 2 games in London this year just for the fuck of it. So Buffalo is minus 5.5 point favorites. Total is 48.5. Now I don't know what Jacksonville doing as far as traveling. I don't know if they stayed out in London this whole week. If they did, I feel like that's going to be an advantage. Buffalo just smashed Miami. Don't you know how Miami just scored 70 and then they came back down to earth? I kind of feel like that was an emotional game for Buffalo last week. So I will write down with Jacksonville to cover the spread. They might even win, to be honest. Um, I guess it should be a high scoring game. Both teams, I don't know. I don't really got no opinion on total, but I will pick Jacksonville to cover the spread and even to win the game.
okay. Is that the owner of Jacksonville? He's from Europe, right? Or like he own
Yeah, he got. I
no
don't
he
know,
owns
man.
a, well, we call it soccer, but he owns a football team too, right? He just don't own the Jacksonville Jaguars. He also owns like a football team over there too, right?
Yeah, I'm
Which
not
we
really
which,
sure.
which
The
we
only
call
thing I know
soccer.
about that fucking mustache.
Yeah, know what I
Yeah,
mean? Yeah. Boy got that bread. Know what I mean? Boy got that
yeah.
bread because if I'm not mistaken, know what I mean? Know what I mean, people will let us know what I'm saying, but I think he also owns like a soccer team, which they know what I mean, we call it soccer, they call it football. Know what I mean? If I'm not
Hmm.
mistaken, he also owns like a soccer team, I think. You know what I mean?
That sounds right. That sounds kind of
No, I
right.
mean that's why they over there. I mean that's why they be over there all the time like that. Cause I think he really rock with over there. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't think he gonna
Okay.
be. I don't. I don't see. To me, I don't see a football team being able to stay over there like that. You know what I mean? Unless you get more
Hmm.
than one. Now I mean now if you now say if you get okay, London is a team. London got a team. Paris or Barcelona got to have. Now I'm saying it will make sense. Now I mean it will make sense for
Hmm.
somebody like okay, all right, London got a team. Maybe like Barcelona or Paris may have a team, or I don't know. I'm trying to think of somewhere else. Maybe like I don't want to say Dubai have a team, but like I don't know, maybe Berlin, Germany, or something like that. Somewhere like that. And I mean, more than one major city over there have a team. You know what I'm saying? I don't see just
Okay.
just them being over there. You know what I'm saying? Now I
Yeah, yeah,
mean,
yeah.
now I mean just them being over there to me. Now I mean I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? But I could possibly see like maybe like Hawaii or Honolulu having a team like or something like that before I see teams over there. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. But now we can move on. Now I'm saying I mean that was just a thought that I've always been thinking about.
Okay. Yeah, that's just saying he does own a soccer team over there. I think it's called like Fulham FC or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never heard of him. There's some soccer team. He does own the soccer team. He was right about that. Um, Next game is Houston at Atlanta. Atlanta is minus 2.5 point favorites. Total is 41.5. Houston seems like the hot team right now. I really had no opinion on it. Something's telling me Atlanta might win this game, but I don't got no strong opinion. Only thing I guess I would say maybe the under. I don't like Atlanta offense. Houston defense is tough. Um, I don't know. I really got no opinion. I don't want to put nothing out there like that.
Yeah, man. That seems like one of them games that could go either way just because of how like the flow of a season go. So
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised who won that joint. That joint's a toss up straight up. Now, I mean, that joint sounds like a toss up to me. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Now this is just my opinion. Now, I mean, if I was somebody betting, I probably wouldn't even bet on that game because it just sounds like a toss up. It's just, you know what I mean, you couldn't tell who gonna win that game. You know what I mean?
right,
That joint sounds so unpredictable, man. You wouldn't know who. You wouldn't be surprised who won that game. You wouldn't be surprised Houston won the game or Orlando won the game. You wouldn't even be surprised whoever won the game. So. Yeah,
right.
no, yeah. I mean, we move on from that joint. That joint's a toss up. So y'all go better do whatever y'all want to do at your own risk. Like I say, you know what I'm saying? We are not professionals. We don't own a sports book. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you're doing is at your own risk. You know what I mean? So that's all. We just giving y'all. We reading y'all Vegas odds. They're not our odds. We didn't make them up. You know what I mean? And we just giving you our opinions. You know what I mean? Or who we might think win or not. You know what I'm saying? That's all. So, just want to get that
Right.
out there.
All right. We got Carolina Panthers at Detroit Lions. Detroit is minus 8.5 point favorites. Total is 45. I'm sure everybody gonna be on Detroit. I mean, they should win. I mean, Detroit, that's like a great suicide pool pick. If anybody does that, I mean, I can't see Carolina winning.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit line is just so much better than Carolina offensive and defensive line. Um, I don't know. I don't know about the spread, but I just know Detroit gonna win the game. That's how I feel.
Okay. Yeah. I agree. I think Detroit should win that game. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah.
All
Detroit
right.
should win that game. Yeah. That's all I got to say about that. Yeah. So,
All right. We got Tennessee at Indianapolis Colts. Indianapolis Colts is minus 1.5 point favorites. Total is 42.5. Division game, so you know it's gonna be tough. Both these teams got good defensive, just like they like to run the ball. It seems like both teams, you know, Richardson, the quarterback for the Colts, gonna run the ball a lot of like run what's that called, RPO shit.
mm-hmm.
Um, that's gonna be a tough, hard fought game. I would. I usually like going with unders for Tennessee. They seem like they don't score that much, and their defense is pretty good. So that's the only option I have is the under. But this game will be close, and I could see it go either way.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. That sound like the. Yeah, that sounds about right, man. That's what I be thinking, man. Yeah. Yeah, 'cause that game probably go either way. Yeah, I totally agree with that. How's how's that quarterback doing? The one in Indianapolis, he a rookie, right? Starting quarterback, he a rookie, right?
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
he missed one game because of injury, but he's doing all right. I mean, he's got like a few rushing touchdowns, and as far as passing wise, I haven't really seen no like crazy like banking passes, but I mean, he's controlling the game. He's doing what they want him to do. They win the games with him. They 2-2.
Okay, all right, cool.
All right. So we got Miami. They are hosting the New York Giants. Miami is 10.5 point favorites. Total is 49.5. Um, I know a lot of people gonna be on Miami, which I kind of agree, especially if Saquon Barkley don't play again.
Mm.
Miami said air them out. They might put up in there
Right.
30 on them. I don't want to say 40, but because New York defense, I like their defense a little bit. But it's gonna be a long day for the Giants if Barkley
Mm-hmm.
don't play.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean? They might. Yeah. They might score 5 touchdowns, 6 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? They might score like 5 touchdowns.
Yeah,
No, I mean they probably gonna end up scoring over 30. You know what I mean? Yeah. They might hit 40. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be
I know that's
surprised.
what I wanted to say.
You know what I mean? That,
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, man. I mean, I would not be surprised, man, because the problem with that, see, the problem with that, even if your defense is somewhat decent, they be gassed because you know what I'm saying your offense
Yeah.
can't do nothing. So if your offense keep going 3-and-out, no matter how good we are,
Hmm.
we gonna get worn out. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get.
Yeah.
Now I mean we gonna get worn out. No matter how good we are, we gonna get worn out after a while because y'all can't. If offense can't even get a first down, they going 3-and-out the whole game. Yo, we was just out here. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when we do get to stop, all right, y'all 3-and-out, so we right back out here. After you do that 2-3 times in a row, you see what I'm saying? Man, we gonna be gassed. You know what I mean? And then that's when they score. You know what I mean? And then that's when they
Right.
score because you're gonna be gonna be tired. Now I mean, after a while. Now I mean, trying to chase everybody around like that. Now I mean, especially
Hmm.
somebody whoever got to try to keep up with Tyreek Hill the whole game. You know what I mean? You're gonna be gassed after a while. Know what I
Right.
mean? Now I mean, gonna be gassed after a while, and that's when they be scoring. Know what I mean? When people get gassed, they be tired. So yeah,
Yeah, you're right. You're
yeah.
right.
Know what I mean? Like I said, know what I mean? Any loss for a division opponent is a win for the Eagles. So
Yeah, I hear you. Next, we got New Orleans at New England. New England is -1.5 point favorites. Total is 40.5. Um, two teams that need to get back on the winning side of things. I really have no opinion on it. I don't know how Derek Carr going to look. Mac Jones got to get a rebound game. So this game can really go either way. They both, like you said, purgatory teams.
mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I personally think that New England might get the win. Now I mean, might get the
Mhm.
win. Now I mean, it might end up being it's gonna be an ugly win, I think it's gonna be a win. Now I think
Right.
yeah, I think that game probably gonna be in like a dumpster fire, man. But they gonna end up giving the win. But it's gonna be one of them. It's gonna be one of them ugly games that's gonna be very boring to watch and all that. But I think they gonna end up getting the win. So a win is a win.
Yeah, that sounds good. Um, Next, we got Baltimore at Pittsburgh. Baltimore is 3.5 point favorites. Total is 38.5. Pittsburgh definitely has to rebound. Mike Tomlin was talking that shit, saying change is going to happen and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think the defense will rebound and step it up and kind of curtail Baltimore, but I just don't have no faith in Pittsburgh offense. Only game they won is when they defense scored touchdowns for them against Cleveland. So if anything, I would have to pick Baltimore to win this game.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, man. Damn, remember when Baltimore versus Pittsburgh used to be like that was the game of the week?
Yeah,
Remember that? Now
yeah,
remember that Jones used to like
yeah,
that
yeah,
Jones used to be like the game of the week. You know what I mean? Baltimore playing Pittsburgh.
yeah.
Man, yo, I mean, remember when that was even if they didn't score a lot, that was still like the game that you wanted to see. Now I mean, even though they
I
was
know
two teams
the score be
that could
ten to
like barely
six.
score, yeah. Now I mean, yeah, defensive struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, just kicking field goals. They don't even nobody score no touchdown. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Now I mean, I remember when that
yeah.
was. Man, I remember when that was football. You know what I mean? Yeah, Jones. Oh, don't even see him score a touchdown. They kicking field goals.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Games. You know what I mean? 6-9. You know what I mean?
Right.
Nine to 12. Like what? Like yo.
Crazy, right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember when those was the games. You know what I mean?
It ain't gonna be like that now. I mean, Lamar Jackson, he's gonna get in the end zone a couple times, I believe. But I mean, Pittsburgh, I don't know, man. I just don't see no threat on the offense. I mean, it's just looking bad over there offensively.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, man. That's what I think too. Now I think they're gonna win, man. Even though I mean whoever win. I mean they AFC, so I mean I ain't worried about too much.
Yeah. All right. We got Cincinnati at Arizona. Cincinnati -3 point favorites. Total is 44.5. Cincinnati desperately has to win this game, get this shit turned around. So I will ride out with Cincinnati. I know Arizona's they've been playing teams tough, but I just think the fact that Cincinnati really desperately needs this game As long as Burrow play, I'm picking Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think this is gonna be the game where they somewhat get it back on the rails, get it back on track. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah,
may be wrong because I may pick Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase again. You know what I mean? And they don't do nothing again. But I got a feeling that this gonna be the game where they get things back on track. You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah, I do think they're gonna win this game. I think this is gonna be the game that they get things back on track. So yeah, I agree with that.
All right. Next we got Philadelphia Eagles going out to LA, play the Rams. Eagles is 4.5 point favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Total is 50.5. Um, I mean, this is your team. I mean, I honestly, my favorite team is Dallas. And my second favorite team is whoever played the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm rooting for the Rams to beat y'all. I mean, that's all I got on that.
Um, this this game scared me a little bit because I don't think, like I say, sometimes just how like the flow of a season go. You know what I mean? I feel like
Hmm.
the Eagles gotta, to me, the Eagles going to lose one of these probably one of these next two games. You know what I'm saying? Either this one or the next one. Just like for just I mean just based off how just how the flow of a season go. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't see
Yeah.
them just like running through and then all right we winning 8, 9, 10 games in a row. I don't see that. I see a loss coming either this game or the next game. So I mean I hope I'm wrong. I hope they can go out there and win. But just based on just like the way a flow of a season go, and then like the Rams, what's their record? Now I'm saying they ain't been doing too
Two
good.
and two, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I mean 2-2, so that just scared me. You know what I'm saying? Because did they win last week?
Hmm.
Did they win or did they lose last week?
Yeah, they beat the Colts.
Yeah, and I mean beat the Colts, so I don't know. Now I'm saying we might be able to get by with the win, but I feel like one of these next few games for the Eagles, I just feel like it's going to be a loss. I hope I'm wrong, but just like the flow of a season. Now, so that's why this game scared
Hmm.
me. Even though everybody's confident, like the Rams ain't the same Rams as before, and we doing all right. I understand that, but it's just to me, just the way things flow. I just sometimes just go by, okay, we might lose this game just because the way a season got to flow. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
Yes. Yeah.
So hopefully I'm wrong and we get the win. But I don't know, man. I mean, I think either this one or the next game we gonna end up losing. Now I mean, just because
Okay.
just the flow of the season. Now I mean that's just based off that. I
Hmm.
don't want people to listen to this. Well, why you think this and Jalen Hurts playing this and the Rams ain't doing this, that, and the third? That's not why. I'm just just based off the flow of a season. That's the only reason I'm saying that. Before people start jumping up, know what I mean, want to hit me with the no, JB Eagles is doing this and the Rams ain't doing this and that, and we should be able to understand that. Know what I mean? I understand that because everybody think that we gonna win. Know what I mean? But hopefully we do. Know what I mean? But that's all I gotta say about that. Hopefully we do, but I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I feel like one of y'all losses got to be coming up soon, but you never know. All right. Next, we got New York Jets at Denver Broncos. Denver is minus 2.5 point favorites.
Dumpster
Total is
fire.
43.5. Right. Only type of space that got with this game is as far as the coaches. Sean Payton was talking that shit about the last Denver coach, Nathaniel Hackett,
Mm-hmm.
and he's the offensive coordinator for the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
So if the Jets players, fuck with Hackett, they're gonna ride out for him, and they're gonna want to win the game for him for all that shit that Peyton was talking on him.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause, I mean, he really was saying some shit about him, saying that they're like a West Coast team and some shit. I don't know, something crazy he said.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna just rock out with the Jets. I'm not a big Denver fan, I'm not a strong Peyton fan, so I'm rock out with the Jets to win the game outright, on the money line.
Okay. All right. Yeah, man. Yeah, cause the Jets is bound to win one. That's why I feel like, know what I mean? Know what I mean? The Jets is bound to win one, man. Know what I mean?
Hmm.
I think this might be this game where it's Zach Wilson, right? He might
Yeah.
he might throw like maybe 3 touchdowns this game. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
He might
Yeah.
throw two. He might throw 3 touchdowns this game or something like that because I think he's about due for a good game. I think he's about due for a good game, and that might be this game. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only
He
way I
threw
feel
two
like
last
that.
week.
Huh?
He threw two touchdowns last week. So I
Yeah.
mean, it
Yeah,
seems like
so
he's getting a little better.
yeah, so yeah, you know what I mean? So I think they might win this game. I mean, I might he might play good. I mean, he might play real good this game. I feel like this is his game where he gonna get to play good. He gonna play good this one. I mean, I just got a feeling. You know what I'm saying? I just got a feeling about that.
Okay.
So that's all it is.
Okay. Next we got Kansas City at Minnesota. Kansas City minus 5.5 point favorites. Totals 53.5. Um, I feel like it's gonna be a high scoring game most likely, so I'll pick the over. I think both teams will score a good amount. Kansas City should win it, but my bad would just go with the over.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think I think Kansas City I think Kansas City gonna lose this one.
Mm,
I think they might lose this one. And I just got a feeling that they just might lose. You know what I mean? Because
okay.
they don't look like spectacular, like they don't look like unbeatable, like how at times where they just look unbeatable. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They don't look like that to me no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know the Vikings can score some too. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I just believe like that the Vikings can get them this one. Now I mean that's just a feeling. So
Hey man, that sounds good. Kansas City, they was on the roll last week, so there's two road games in a row. Yeah, you never know, man. And it's not prime time, so Kirk Cousins, just a 4 o'clock game. Maybe, I mean, even though the last prime time against the Eagles, he did good, but you know that whole reputation he had about prime time. So you never know, man.
so is that
That'd
the
be
game?
something. You call it here first.
Yeah. Is that the game of the week? That got to be the game of the week.
The other 4:30 games is trash. The Eagles is at 4, the Jets and Broncos at 4:30. So yeah, that would have to be the game of the week
Well,
as
you know,
far as 4:30 is.
well, yeah.
That's gonna be probably Tony Romo calling that game or some shit.
Okay, all right, okay.
Sunday night, this is Dallas at San Fran. San Fran minus 3.5 point favorites.
Mm,
Totals 45. Every game I picked on Dallas this year so far, I've been wrong about.
mm,
So if you wanna win some money, just go against me when you come against Dallas. So this is the type of game I think Dallas going to win. Regular season, they'll show up for this shit, and then we'll lose again to them in the playoffs. But I think Dallas will cover that 3.5 point spread. I think they will win a game.
mm.
But, like I said, I've been wrong every time I picked the Dallas game.
Yeah, man. That's actually a decent Sunday night game. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I hope Christian McCaffrey out there looking like Barry Sanders on. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? Nah,
You
man.
just got to ride around to the woodshed, man. You're going to keep picking them until you
So
do you wrong.
no. I can't pick them because when I pick fantasy, I only pick the 1 o'clock games and the 4 o'clock games. You know what I'm saying? I don't pick the
All
Sunday
right.
night. I don't pick for Sunday night or Monday night games. You know what I'm saying? I only pick whatever team's playing for 1 o'clock in the. I mean 1 o'clock and the 4 o'clock games. That's it. Now I mean so whatever players is playing them games. That's it. But yeah, man. Hopefully, the 49ers get Dallas out of here because, like I said, Dallas is in the division with the Eagles, so a loss for a division opponent is a win for us. So hopefully the 49ers can get them. Know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a tough task because man, Michael Parsons is a beast, man, but I don't know, man. I don't know how the game gonna go. I honestly can't. I don't know how the game gonna go, man. Shout out to CD Lamb though, man. I be picking CD Lamb in fantasy. You know what I mean? He always do right by me. You know what I mean? They find him
Okay.
sometime. Now I mean Dak Prescott need to get the ball to him a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But he a beast, man. Now I mean CD Lamb is a beast, but I feel like he be underutilized sometimes, man. I mean, I don't know what's going on down
Yeah.
there. Like I said, some people. I'm pretty sure there's people on the team that forgot more about football than I know. But CeeDee Lamb is a beast, and I don't feel like he get the ball enough. That's just my opinion. Like I said, I ain't no football. Now, I ain't no football coach or nothing like that. It's probably people on that team that probably forgot more about football than I know. But now, I mean, whenever I pick them, they always do right by me. You know what I mean? When the thing is, when I pick Dak Prescott as as my quarterback, he don't do nothing. But I can always pick CeeDee Lamb, and then he'll, know what I mean, he'll get a couple touchdowns. So, you know what I mean?
Okay.
That's that just be weird to me. Like, okay, if I pick them two paired up together, that's when Dak don't do nothing. But if I just pick CeeDee Lamb and I don't put Dak as a quarterback, now I mean he'll get a couple
Yeah.
touchdowns. I'm like, all right, man. You know what I mean?
Well, then stop picking up on Dak. You know what I mean? Just leave him be.
Yeah. I
Help
gotta
a
leave.
brother out.
Yeah. I gotta leave him be because at the end of the day, if you picking, it don't matter if you threw 3 touchdowns, if you threw 2 picks. Know what I mean? The fantasy points don't add up. You see what I'm saying? Now I mean, the interceptions be kind of like negating the touchdowns. Know what I mean, as far as fantasy points. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right. The last game of the week is Monday night Green Bay at Las Vegas. Green Bay is -1.5 point favorite. Total is 44.5. It's really hard to speak on this because Jimmy Garoppolo, we don't know if he playing. He didn't play last week. So if he plays, it's a totally different game. But as of now, with the spread, it's looking like he's not going to play with Green Bay being favorite. So my guess is right now he's not going to play. But I got no opinion of it because I don't know the status of Jimmy G.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, man, same. Know what I mean, yeah, I don't know. He ain't playing, so I can't remember off the top of my head who's the backup. Know what I mean, I know I heard they say who the backup was.
Just some rookie boy named
Yeah.
Aiden O'Connell.
Okay. All right. Yeah, man, I really ain't got no opinion on that game. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean,
Okay.
I mean, that's it. That's all the picks, right? We done?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
all the picks.
All right, man. Well, those are the picks. Know what I mean, y'all. Listen, man. I heard the people. Know what I mean? Listen, supply and demand. Know what I'm saying? Know what I mean, y'all calling that y'all wanted the show. All right, now I mean we gonna try to get the show done for y'all. Like I said, we can't guarantee the show gonna get done every week, but y'all saying y'all want it regardless. Whenever y'all can get the show. Now I mean we do appreciate the love and support we get. Know what I'm saying? So we gonna try our
Hmm.
best to get this done for y'all. Know what I mean? So I just want to tell y'all, thank y'all for one. Know what I mean, like I said, everything start with the Earn and Night Soul Show podcast. So like y'all to like, share, subscribe. Um, what else? What else was it? Like, share, subscribe, comment, rate, review. You know what I mean? We're trying to continue to consolidate our plays. So please, most of y'all listen to us more than one time. So the second or third or whatever time that y'all listen to us, please listen to us on a major. I know a lot of y'all like to listen to us on whatever platform you like to listen to us on. But please listen to us at least one time on a major. That'll add to our collective. As far as, now I mean, this show, ISO versus the World Expansion Team, this is Expansion Team Week 5. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, we can't guarantee that we're gonna do this show every week, but when we can, we're gonna do it for y'all. And we do appreciate the love that y'all getting because y'all really like demanding this show. You know what I mean? I thought it was just gonna be like, well, all right, we'll just leave it alone and try it again next year. People was like, nah, people was asking for it. Now I mean the second it didn't come out. And I mean people just keep asking for it. So we're gonna try to get there for y'all, man. You wanna say something to the people?
No, I just thanks again for the support, and hopefully people making some money. Hopefully nobody's going broke. Gamble at your own risk and all that type of shit that people say. But
Yeah.
I just thank you for the support, and I just wish everybody the best luck with their bets.
All right, yeah. And I mean, like we said, now I mean, these odds are not our odds. We reading Vegas odds. And like my brother say before, now I mean, we record early in the week. You know what I mean? But y'all don't hear the show till Saturday. And like you say, some of the numbers and the lines and things may change. You know what I mean? From what we saying right now.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's not like we doing the show on Saturday morning and then putting it right out. We don't do it like that. We record early in the week. Like you said, know what I mean, lines may change, numbers may change, know what I mean? The spread and all know what I mean, all them
Hmm.
type of numbers may change. So none of this is us. This is not from us. We didn't make these numbers up. So now I mean
Mhm.
we just gonna sign off. Like I said, man, thanks for the support. Now I mean this is a week to week thing with us. We're gonna try to get these things. Now we're gonna try to get this show done for y'all. Well, like you know, we letting y'all know ahead of time. If we can't do it because of scheduling, we not gonna be able to do it. But if we can do it, we're gonna try our best to get it to y'all because it's overwhelming how much y'all really want the show. I didn't think that it would be such a big deal that whether we did the show or not. You know what I'm saying? But it's like a big deal to the point that people were like really like was trying to like get in con when they get in contact with you if it wasn't gonna be no show. You know what I'm saying? I was like
Okay. Wow.
he don't have no social media. You know what I'm saying? So you can't DM him or
Yeah.
nothing like that. Or you know what I'm saying? Or hit him up and ask him what's the spread on this and what would you pick? So, like I said, he dead serious when he say he has no social media. You know what I'm saying? So, like I
Yeah,
said,
no,
we going
the one I got, I don't fuck with. So I got Facebook, but I ain't touched it in 10 years.
yeah,
So
yeah. So
you trying to be part of that, I ain't gonna never hit you back.
yeah, so know what I mean, like I said, know what I mean, we gonna try to get this to you. We gonna do the best we can to get this to y'all every week. You know what I mean? But other than that, man, I would say, man, thank y'all. You know what I mean? And then hopefully, you know what I mean, now I mean we can do it again next week. Like I said, now I mean it's a week to week thing. Now I mean I will have my man Ern put the word out that we did record an episode. Know what I mean? So when I give him the episode, know what I mean, he could put it out there that we gonna have episode dropping for y'all this Saturday. So other than that, man, just wanna tell you, bro, man, thank you for being on. You know what I mean? Sharing like your knowledge and all that stuff.
Um,
Pete, this really do mean a lot to a lot of people, you know what I mean, and to me. You know what I mean? It's just fun to do this with you. You know what I mean? Like I said, when my man Ern,
appreciate it.
yeah, my man Ern came to me with the whole thing of a podcast, I ain't know what it's gonna be, but it just turned out to be doing a podcast to me is fun. You know what I'm saying? It has become fun to me, and doing this one with you is fun. So yeah.
Appreciate you having me. Appreciate it. Therapeutic.
All right, know what I'm saying? Everything cool, know what I'm saying? So know what I mean, you be safe out there when you gotta go to work. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Know what I mean? I gotta get ready so I can go to work too, know what I'm saying, later on up. Know what I mean, tomorrow. Know what I mean, you start working tonight. I gotta go back to work tomorrow morning. So know what I mean, just to tell you be safe and
Okay.
all that. All right, know what I mean? I'll talk to you later.
Man, be safe, man. Appreciate it, man. Talk to you.
All right.
No love, no love, no love. No love, no love, no love. No love, no love, no love. No love.